So we're on the second week. Good job. Congrats. I hope that you've been doing well with doing your first exercise this week. I hope that it's done good for you, and if there's anything you've noticed or it's been kind for your body and all that good jazz. If my energy seems a little off, I've been dealing with my own issues, family issues that come into my life that are out of my control. And it's things that I also am working through and coaching myself and all that jazz. And to caveat off of that, if you're like me, you're probably sensitive and your energy isn't always the best or where it can or should be for all sorts of different reasons. And if you're around people that just take your energy, just drain you, how can you be the best version of yourself? Realistically, how can you be? And something that I have done and that has helped me in that regard is when something doesn't feel good, I cut it out. I cut it out of my life. And I am now being faced with that yet again. And, all the people I've created boundaries with and the ones that I have lost, it has made my life so much more peaceful and so much better. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you advice from my perspective. We're all different. We're all going to need different things. My dog is drinking water. I have started to really become a best version of myself because the things that dragged me down, that drained me, are no longer present. They're not in my life anymore. This week now is going to be focused on becoming the best versions of ourselves. We should all strive to be the best versions of ourselves. And not just for us, even though that's great. That's good. You deserve to feel good and be happy and enjoy your life. But it's so much bigger than that. It's like a ripple effect. If one person is doing it, it ripples out to other people, and then other people and other people, and it just goes and goes and goes. And that's what should be spread and put out there. And unfortunately, not everyone is willing to do the work. And this continues to create problems in our world. But then there are people like you and me who are here to do the work. And the work that we're doing is what is going to make the difference and create actual change in the world. And you and I can both recognize it needs to be done. Something has to change. Well, it starts within. It starts here. And then it goes out from there. And you'll find that the work that you do inside yourself will be mirrored back to you. And the more of us that are doing this, the bigger impact that we make. So again, you taking this time to do this work is so much bigger than just yourself, and I commend you for it. Somebody's got to do it, right? It's not always easy. It's a lot of work, but what comes from it is so much more worth it. And because of all the work that I've done and doing, the surrendering that I've done, that I've let go and cut out everything that didn't serve me, my life is really starting to pick up. I used to be anxious, depressed. I used to have no energy. I used to have to sleep 14 hours a day. I was in horrendous severe pain all the time. I couldn't think straight. I was just a mental mess. I was just a mess in every aspect. Not great. Not the best version of myself at all. And then I started surrendering and listening to the call. Maybe you know the call that I'm talking about. The call that tells you there's something more. There is to be more. And I started surrendering to it. And I had to lose things. I was literally told by Spirit, if I let my ex go, the abusive one I had that was frankly in my way, I would realize my true power. And I didn't want to listen. I was stubborn. I wanted to help this person and rescue them, and, all these things that I had to work out of me and heal and let go. And everything I was giving to this person, I started giving to myself. The person you see today is a result of this work that I've been doing the last 6 years. I'm always working and refining. Right now, I'm fasting at the moment. I'm doing a fast again. I haven't done one in a minute because my new job. I fixed up my diet again, went back to my restrictive diet. And then, of course, I also do my other practices, my health daily practices, and it's like magic. I now have a van. I'm preparing for the van life. Momentum is building because I met life. I became aligned with it. I did the work within myself so I could be where I wanted to be. And spring is just around the corner, and that's when I start my journey. That's when I go. That's when I really get to go and live the life I want to live. I get to go live on the road in nature. Something that is so right for me as a soul, especially with the person I am now and where I am now. And I was so afraid of doing this. And I learned to get past my fear. I learned to become more disciplined and commit to myself and work on myself. And I'm amazed where my life is. It's not always love and light. There's lots of darkness, but you have to kind of learn how to go through all of it and learn from it and use it, alchemize it. When something bad happens, ask Spirit, what are you trying to teach me? And that's when something changes. The point of this message for this week is that I'm showing you by example what you could become. But this is mine. What you're going to be and become is completely different. That's based on you and what's right for you. But I'm just showing you that I was once in the darkness and I'm coming into the light. And life is getting pretty cool and pretty good. And you can have that too. You really can. You really, really can. But you have to meet life. And when Spirit sees that you're doing the work and you're doing that, you're putting yourself out there, you're taking the action, then Spirit meets you halfway and throws you what you need. That's literally how I got my van, how I am where I am now and where I'm going. I met Spirit. I met life. I didn't wait for someone to come and rescue me. I started working with Spirit to rescue myself. So, your homework for this week, I want you to take your journal and I want you to write in your journal what the best version of you looks like. What do they sound like? What do they feel like? What is that? I want you to write it in your journal. And then every day this week, I want you to either rewrite it or read it, whatever is easiest for you. And I want you to do that every day. That's so easy to do. It takes not even a minute to do. I guess it depends on how much you write, but And also, of course, you can still do the Qigong as well. But we're going to do something a little bit lighter this week. I'd say, because, I'm fasting this week. I'm not going to do anything physical. So I'm not going to expect you to do it either. And, I'm coaching myself as well. But I think this would be a beautiful exercise. And then on our next call, you're going to share with me what that is, who that best version of you is, and what did you experience from practicing this, from embodying that, from feeling it, really just being that person. You can be that person right now, even if it's only part of it, or if it's just embodying it. You can be that person right now. The power of your mind is so much stronger than you could ever comprehend. So, I hope that this was insightful for you and that you really get something out of this. I can't wait to see the best version of you. I already see it. I already know it's in there. We just got to bring it to the surface. You're already the best version of yourself. Just a little refinement. Namaste.